Good evening, guys. Good evening, South Africans. Good evening, Nigerians. I know both countries are represented here because most of us are following the story of Miss South Africa and CHIDIMMA. If I tell you the honest truth, I am super exhausted of talking about Miss South Africa and CHIDIMMA. However, it is the trending story and we have to talk about it. With that said, welcome to South Africa Lately, a channel that discusses South African trending news. We do, however, grab here and there from international news when it is trending enough to be brought here. So, this is a story that keeps getting layers and layers and layers. Joining the charts is Miss Mda, Anele Mda, who is also a politician and an activist in South Africa. He's coming saying that he's defending the heritage of South Africa, the pride of South Africa, and the encouraging patriotism, and saying the opportunities that belong to South Africans are being taken by foreign nationals, and she's coming against that, and she doesn't approve of Miss CHIDIMMA being the contestant in Miss South Africa, and that triggered a response from Godrich Gardee, who is a member of the EFF. Please do note that Gardee and Anele Mda have a history together. So no, not that history you're thinking of, not that history, but the history in the political space. Godrich says, from ANC to cope, back to ANC, and left to somewhere else, and found herself independent candidate 2024. Can IEC show us how many votes she got? Shame. Toxic xenophobia. You know, yeah, these people do know each other. And Anele Mda decided to respond like, no, I'm going to respond to this one. She said, nothing you, Godrich, can say about my political past, present, and future that I can ever be ashamed of. Neither can you make me be in need of validation from a wannabe like you. Maybe start by telling people why you were busy texting me in 2019. Or should I blow up those here? Godrich is like, I tried recruiting you to EFF. Blow it up. So basically there God is trying to say, you know what, there is nothing deep in what you are saying. I was only recruiting you to be a member of the EFF. And then somebody said, it looks like she doesn't speak about recruitment, but something underneath. Hey, pardon me, please, pardon me. Hey, CHIDIMMA in Miss South Africa, you don't know what you have done. So, in 2019, you were recruiting me to AFF. Why are you lying? Why would you decide to recruit me again in 2019? Because you had done that way before. You know very well that you were texting me about in 2019. And if you want me, yo guys, this is all because of Miss SA and CHIDIMMA. Don't forget that one. If you what you're texting, where was I? My God, if you want me to end your political career, I'll save you now. You see, when I said they have a history together, this is what I'm talking about. They know each other's stuff. This is deep. And then she comes again, the same lady, Anele Mda. She says, unlike you, Godrich, I have never driven cars with no number plates, carrying blindfolded, oh my goodness, folded young people to be surrendered for sexual devouring by political principles just so I can secure favor. My name has never been associated with political killings and trafficking. This is heavy. You know, if this guy does not know anything about what Anele is talking about, he better come and clear his name. And also she comes blaming ENCA for cutting her interview. Said, breaking news, ENCA decides to abruptly cancel my interview on Miss SA saga. Whilst I am not surprised, I honestly feel vindicated in my view that certain media houses will use all their muscle to go against anything that seeks to perpetuate misery of South Africans. So she was supposed to have an interview with ENCA, and that interview was cancelled, and it was about Miss SA. So she's also organizing a picket. She says picket protest at Miss SA offices loading this week to meet the CEO Stephanie Well. If they can silence us, they would have silenced the next generation. If they strip us of our pride of being South African, they will erode patriotism in our next generation. So there's a picket that is coming to Miss SA offices, organized by Anele Mda. So somebody is asking, seeing this back and forth between Gardee and Anele, says, all of this because of a pageant. Anele says, hijacking of platforms that belong to South Africans being handed to foreigners brought this up. The agenda of to silence and desensitize South Africans to ensure they don't speak out against foreigners in Mzansi brought this up. Taking voices speaking for South Africa brought this up. So she's saying, no, this is not about the pageant. The pageant did not bring about this kind of movement or this commotion that you see, or maybe her speaking out like this. She says, no, that is not the pageant, but the things that she has listed in this tweet that you see, or rather her response or a quote of the comment by the person who was commenting under her post. So Chidimma and Miss South Africa, they don't know what they've done. Yay. They don't know what they've done. They don't, it's messy out there. It's messy because I think also because South Africa is edgy because of the lot of things that are happening in South Africa via illegal immigration. This is the cause of all the stress that you see. And before I go, please do watch this short clip of Anele Mda, what she said on the issues. And if you want to see more of her, you can search Anele Mda, ANELEMDA. That's her name, Anele Mda. You can look it up and then you find more content on that one. Thank you for watching my videos. Do have a beautiful night. Chidimma, Miss South Africa. You don't know what you've done.
Pan-Africanism. There's no shit like that here. Go show us one country that exercises and believes in the ideological, political principle of Pan-Africanism that allows this shit in South Africa. Show one country that does that nonsense. You only talk Pan-Africanist because you are trying to protect the fact that you are being fed nika imali yama foreigner nika imali ya drug dealers ne drug lords ezimdaka ezizela ukuzobulala abantwana belilizwe, because you know you have protected your own children. You have kept your children behind high walls. You know very well that these foreigners and their debt and their ills will not touch your children. But you've got no interest. You've got no interest for the future of the children of South Africa who are not yours, who do not come from your womb. You don't care. Whenever we speak on these issues, you think you are going to terrorize us by Pan-Africanism.